Alright, so I can do one-handed blades, I can do one-handed heavy weapons, or I can do firearms.
What was the thing? Did your recording stop?
Yes. You know what, since I'm having issues with the blades, I'm gonna get... Give me a bonus! Oh, okay. Attacking with one-handed blades deals more damage, okay. Attacking with one-handed heavy weapons deal more damage, okay, And firearms deal more damage, okay. Or I could, ooh, I can do traps. Or I can do magic. Eh, I'm good. Yeah, I'll do the sharp steel. There we go. Let's see. I don't have anything that I can spend there. Okay. Decide. He has a very interesting name. So, Kurt is suspicious of me. Okay. Let's see.
I don't think it means like actually suspicious.
Oh, I got a new hat. A worn tricorn
And a bandit hat.
or a bandit's hat. I'm gonna do the worn tricorn.
It gives you 15% balance and 60 armor.
Nice. Wait, go back. I can give him equipment too? Oh, that's cool. Okay. A bag. Oh, okay, this is everything that I have. Fury potion, magic potion, health potion, ammo, crude iron ore, hawthorn. It's not a hamburger. Mother's present, metal dowels, and charlatan's antidote. Build or repair wooden furniture. Oh, okay, that's cool. Small pivot stone collar. Ooh, I can do a new... Ah, yes. Give me a duster.
Yeah, that's not creepy.
Ooh. And that's way better than what I was having. Yeah, I'll do that. Because it gives me 48 armor and 40% balance.
And you have 92 points. What about your feet?
No, go back. Okay, so that's my weapons. Okay. Oh. Wait, let me go back. What can I give you? Why do you have the bandit's hat on? No, does it?
Can you change your
Let's equip that on you. Yeah, if I had other weapons that I could use. Ooh, okay. Wow, you got some good stuff.
I want to see your boots. He's got the soldier boots on, and it gives him armor.
I have comfortable boots.
What other boots can you get?
I don't know. I don't have any more boots.
No?
No, all that was just boots that I picked up. Alright, so that's the main quest. I can do this side quest right here. Oh, wow, that's a pretty map. I'm guessing that's the island that we're going to. Yep.
Yeah, and that's your convent.
Oh, okay, this is... Oh, alright, so that is... Yeah, I'll do a separate episode where I read all this. Yeah. Game guides, and these are all the notes that I've found. Okay. So I kind of figured it'd be in like a codex. Alright. Yeah, I'll do that on a separate episode. I'm not gonna do that on this one. Ooh! Wait.
I like how you enjoy finding
I do enjoy finding loot. Loot is important.
I enjoy how you can talk to me.
Open the door. I gotta talk to the coin guy. This guy.
Huh.
Sir Desade, I presume. It is an honor to make your acquaintance. Captain, you set sail soon. Have you seen to our little business?
Yes, we were finally able to recover your merchandise.
Excellent news. I'm afraid, though, that your mission isn't completely finished, Kurt.
Blast me, I'm a captain, not an errand boy.
The commander was quite explicit.
Very well. What do I need to do?
The merchandise that you obtained needs to be sent to Tier for D as soon as possible. But the Port Authority formalities for shipping take an eternity to wade through. And we've already lost quite a bit of time with this dishonest merchant.
Are you blatantly asking us to smuggle this merchandise and contraband?
I would never ask you to do such a thing, Your Excellency.
Ah, but you don't mind asking that of Kurt?
Well now, if he finds an alternative solution that is less, illegal, that would be fine. The method matters not. But this cargo must reach the Isle on the next ship.
Marvelous.
Well then, I await your return with utmost impatience. I'm certain you shall do what's required.
Okay, so I either one have to smuggle it, or two, find an alternative means. Let's see. So
You gotta get that. You gotta inform the coin guard barracks.
yeah, I've already done that.
You gotta find a way to do it.
Yeah, I gotta find a way to get the thing. Okay. Let's go. Out the door.
Is your hat
Press.
out of style? Does your vest belong to last year's purchase?
No, I think it's people that are sick.
No, those people were wrapped up.
Oh yeah, they might be dead. You're right. There is loot. I might be able to if I follow the dot. No, because I am Sir something. Yeah, Desade.
Lively there, lads and lasses! I promised the merchants and their prince we'd be off before the tide. You, man, carry that properly. That porcelain is worth more than your life. There are some children we'd been best to refuse.
Captain Vas...
And you are?
I'm Desade, the prince's nephew. If all is in order, we will soon be embarking on your boat.
It's a ship, not a boat.
I like your
Apologies.
tattoos.
Apologies for my asking, but the young governor isn't with you.
He didn't come home this morning. I need to find him before departure.
I hope nothing's happened to him or he hasn't changed his mind. The tide does not wait.
Perhaps he simply celebrated his imminent departure with a little too much enthusiasm. Is everything ready?
We're short a crew member. The cabin boy is missing. But have no fear, we will leave without him if he does not present himself before the tide.
Is he an important member of the crew?
We don't need him for sailing or navigation. He's only a cabin boy.
He must have simply had a bit too much to drink in celebrating his departure. Like another I know.
I doubt that. Jonas was never one to fancy drink. And it's been 2 days since last he was seen. No, I fear something bad has happened to him. Might I ask you, if you hear anything, could you report it to me? I would like to set sail with a clear mind.
Okay, so you're not as much
When did you see your cabin boy for the last time?
It's been 2 days since I've had any news at all. It wasn't out of the ordinary until this morning. My men have free shore leave when we're at dock. But the day of departure, every able-bodied sailor must be present on the ship.
Does the boy know anyone in Serene?
Other than fellow Nords, you mean? I don't think so, but it's difficult to be sure.
Okay,
This
who are his
Jonas,
close friends.
does he have any close friends amongst the crew?
In tradition, we are all members of the same family. But yes, there would be Flavio and Laura.
Might I have a word with them?
As you wish, you'll find them over there, in port.
Oh, yeah.
I have a favor to ask before we leave.
I'm all ears.
We would like to load some merchandise into your ship's hold.
Impossible. You're too late for that. All merchandise must be registered at the Port Authority, and the formalities are long. So, unless you're asking me to turn smuggler and hide contraband on my vessel.
I wouldn't go that far. We're only talking about a few crates after all.
Well then, they'll have to wait. The next ship for New Serene leaves in a month.
Hellfire. If that shipment doesn't leave today, the commander will have my hide.
Captain, I understand your position, but isn't there some way we can get these crates on board?
I doubt it. Even if I wanted to help you, my quartermaster is a half-crazed bridge troll. He's gotten into his head that a gang of ruffians want to use my ship to pass contraband over to Tier 4D. He's placed guards where our cargo is being held before being loaded. All that is not in the warehouse and noted on the manifest will be left on the docks. Sorry, but your crates are gonna have to wait until the next ship sets sail.
Sorry, Kurt. At least we tried.
The commander is gonna have my head. I'm sure that's what he wanted in giving me this impossible task.
In that case, we're going to have to dock to the manifest ourselves. It must be at the Harbour Master's office. Be back
I'll
soon,
leave for
Captain.
now. Alright, so I have to. Okay, so yeah, he gave me another side mission about yeah, I gotta find Jonas. Alright, so instead of this, I have to tamper with the ship's log in the harbor master's office. Okay. Yeah, that's a different side thingy. No, because it'll be on another part. It's probably like way over there. I'm gonna do one mission at a time. So let's see. Run! Zones controlled by the factions. This drone is a faction than yours. Certain places are forbidden for you. A costume. Okay, so do I need a costume? Where's the loot? Loot!
Do you have any idea how to get in there without being noticed?
Let's take a look around the building. We might find a less conspicuous entrance.
A less conspicuous entrance.
If you wore a Nort uniform and you were able to keep your mark hidden from them, they might let us in. Unless we just offered them a drink. These sailors rarely refuse one.
I see where this is headed. If we drop a little soporific in their glasses, the way will be clear. I'll just need to find the proper ingredients, but it's doable.
Where is the manifest to be found?
I've already been to the portal for it.
Oh,
They
my
keep
bad.
the official documents upstairs.
To my help! And death to the other!
Oh well. Yeah, there we go. It's the camera.
Move away! Things are about to get dicey!
Nice. Nice. I don't care. Ooh, wait, I got a weapon. Yep. It was a good job. I'm gonna have lock picking. Okay, that. Yep. Something. I thought am I not in the harbor master's office? Okay, I gotta go through here.
That's it.
Here's the ship's manifest. We only need to add our merchandise to the list.
There we go. There's a very big bed. Got a key to something. No, that's not what it was to. Where did the key go to? Oh well. Let's go out this way. Is it done now?
I'm gonna punch you in the face.
Clear out the warehouse guards. Boy.
Because your microphone and they're scaring the crap out of me. I forgot it was there.
Oh.
Halt!
Like I seen it out
The warehouse is off limits. Move along.
Oh, okay, I guess I was supposed to kill them. So I can insist, do intuition, or leave. Okay,
Very
I'll
well.
leave.
I'm going.
Because...
You
Ah,
cannot
crap.
pass. Only the Norts have access to the prison.
Hold on, hold on.
There you go, sailor boots.
Sailor gloves.
Sailor coat.
Sailor coat.
Sailor hat.
Wait, what? I'm gonna say, what are you talking about? I don't see a sailor's hat. Oh, I got a...
Black and short sword.
which I can't use. Oh, I need agility points, okay.
Alright, what about your friend? Put him in instead?
Probably. Oh, crap.
Probably down there on the sword
Okay. Well, maybe it's just me. Maybe that's all maybe I just need to go up to it.
Hello? What can I do for you?
We're the relay. You're dismissed.
Finally! We were starting to grow moss. Courage, me hearties. The path is clear. We should notify the men. They need all the time they can get.
Alright, so we gotta go... first off, get loot. I love loot. Huh. There's a hole. What's up the ladder?
Yeah, he does find
Oh, okay, this is another way I could have snuck in. I could have just snuck in here. And I need lockpicking. With the amount of crap that I need for lockpicking, I think I'm gonna get the lockpicking skill next. Okay. Is there anything else in here that I can loot? There is. Alright. Let's see. Alright, so I gotta go let my friends know that everything is all good. Am I allowed to go in here now? Oh, I can. Cool. No. I'm not gonna worry about it. Because there's nothing telling me I need to go there. Who is you?
Captain, sir, we were given orders to wait here with the merchandise.
The way is clear. It's time to get going.
Do your best to be quick and quiet about it. You won't have much time to move it.
Don't you be worrying now. We're off.
The warehouse is at the end to the right there. You can't miss it.
Move out. Quick steps.
Okay. Talk to the coin guard guy. So I gotta go all the way back up there. Nah, I'll leave it for now.
very fire security.
Alright, go to Serene.
Nice thing for a country.
What was that?
Poorly written notice.
No, I'll read it all later.
To my help,
Uh-oh.
and to the others!
I don't know what I did. I got into the wrong area.
Move away! Things are about to get dicey!
Give me loot.
And he got practice. I'm not gonna lie, having a sword master is not a bad idea.
Yep. Okay, I'm guessing this is just some back alley occurrence. What? No, it's not loot, it's candles. Where do I gotta go? Don't remember. Find the smuggler. Alright, so I guess I gotta go there.
You'll find all you need in our selection. Whatever you need.
Yeah, alright.
So you're back. Right then. What about our business?
We can guarantee that your merchandise will leave with us.
Thank you, Your Excellency. And bravo, Kurt. The Commander will be most pleased.
The cargo shall make the voyage. But who will be at its reception once it's arrived?
That shall be your next mission. Once you've reached New Serene, go and find the Quartermaster. He will give you new instructions. Until then, I wish you a safe and pleasant voyage, Your Excellency. Kurt, good luck.
Why do I got a feeling that this voyage that I'm gonna be on, the ship's gonna wreck? Alright, so I gotta investigate the disappearance. I guess so. Oh yeah, you're right, they are dead. Yes, I did. What's in here? Yeah, but why do I have... Okay.
Tavern keeper.
I see you're back. Can I pour you something this time?
I'm looking for my cousin. His name is Constantine. I believe he was intent on celebrating his departure last night.
There was indeed a party here last night, but it ended badly.
Whatever do you mean?
A brawl broke out. My tavern was shattered, and no one's paid for the damages.
I'm sorry. Amongst the rebel rousers, did there happen to be a young man? 20 years of age. Hair down to his neck, light brown, blue eyes. Quite the talker.
I don't believe it. Of course he was there. He's the man that started the fight. I hope you've come to reimburse me. Don't count on me to help you if that's not the case.
What kind of damage are we talking about exactly?
A good half of my furniture was broken into firewood. I piled up the lot over there.
Let me take a look. Perhaps it can be repaired.
If you can fix it, I'll be obliged. If not, you'll need to pay.
That's not a small sum. I need to think about my options.
Oh, the father has forgotten to give his son his allowance, it would seem.
I need to be off. Farewell.
Goodbye.
Good boy. Where's this furniture? Ah, right here.
The furniture is in terrible condition. The fight must have been extremely violent.
It looks as if it's fixable. I've seen worse. We'll need to build some metal dowels, but once done, we can make them like new.
And there you have it. You'd never guess they were once broken.
Yay!
Well then, were you able to repair it all?
Yes, just like new. Or nearly.
That does indeed look like fine work. You know what you're doing.
I would hope. Can you tell me where I can find my cousin now?
Your cousin is either a very bad joker or a right good fool. He went and insulted a band of ruffians from the lower boroughs. Dangerous fellows. They've a storehouse they operate out of a few streets from here.
What kind of business do they run?
Several, actually, and they're all illegal and profitable. But you didn't hear that from me. In any case, if you were set on recovering your cousin, I would hurry if I were you. They're not the tender sorts.
Thank you for the information.
Off with ya. Get him out of whatever mess he's got himself into. Seemed like a courageous fellow. Who could down his pint. Anything else?
I need to be off.
No.
Farewell.
Goodbye.
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 Doesn't that kill the way he talks? Dang,
A little bit.
that light.
Yeah, no, it's like blinding.
Flash bomb went off.
Old warehouses. Yeah, I don't know.
I thought there was a dead person just laying there. Hoping he was taken out. Maybe he's strong asleep. What's up?
Okay, gotta talk to you.
Good day. Someone told me that you're a friend of Jonas's, the young cabin boy who's gone missing.
That's right, yeah. Are you looking for him?
Yes. Your captain asked me to go and find him.
Happy to hear he's taken the disappearance seriously. What can I do for you?
Ask about the boy.
When's the last time you seen him?
When did you last see him?
2 days ago, in the evening. We went to have a drink in the tavern. Jonas, Lauro, and myself.
Did anything seem out of the ordinary? Was he troubled?
Maybe a tad troubled. Like he was somewhere else.
Why would that be? Give me your best guess.
Boy, I haven't the faintest idea.
What does Jonas do in his free time, when you're on land?
He just hangs around here or there. You know the cabin boys don't have half a sailor's wages. And when evening comes, we usually go down the tavern with good old Lauro.
Did he ever have one too many?
Never. He sips his pint like it was bad medicine. One drink lasts him the whole night.
Does he know anyone in Serene?
No one, far as I know.
Do you think he could have made himself any enemies?
I wouldn't think that for a moment. Jonas has a good heart and he steers clear of trouble and troublemakers.
I don't know where to start with this. Do you have any idea?
No. Lauro won't stop telling anyone who will lend him an ear that the boy was carried off by thugs.
And you don't believe him?
I like Lauro, don't get me wrong, he's like a brother. But to be honest, he drinks a little more than he should. The itch for a drink gets us all, but to him more than others, and when you drink too much, the imagination wanders. Here, yesterday, it was me who tied one over, and I thought I heard Jonas's voice by the canal. I called back to him, as you guessed, but then nothing. Drink. It blurs the senses.
Okay.
I need to be going. Farewell.
Oh, she didn't say good boy.
Good boy.
He sounds proper.
Alright, so
Day.
I guess we'll go talk to Luke. Come here, Luke. God, it's like so touchy, like the controls are so freaking touchy, like it reminds me of Dragon Age. More Luke. There you are.
Good day, sailor. I've been told that you know the missing cabin boy well. Is that right?
You talking about Jonas? You bet your stars I know him. But like I've been crying to the 9 deaf winds, he didn't go missing, he was taken.
Okay.
Were you a witness to the event?
Yes, I was. Even though I'd had a few tumblers in the belly, I hadn't yet lost my head. The other day, in the tavern, I saw him talking to a well-dressed man, surrounded by some other sly ruffians. And then when we left, him and I, Flavia left a little earlier, you understand. Well, those brutes were there, waiting for him. They just up and took him like that. Grabbed his arms and poof. Gone. Vanished.
Why didn't you intervene?
I tried to, believe me. But my legs betrayed me. Wavering they were. And I fell into the gutter.
Did you report this to the captain?
Unfortunately not. I know all too well what weight my words carry. Even Flavia treated me like a drunken fool. And the captain? No, not telling him that. I still have some pride left, you get me?
Did Jonas seem troubled to you the night he disappeared?
Maybe. For sure he wasn't his usual self.
Do you know what was on his mind?
No. No idea.
Why would anyone want to snatch a mere cabin boy?
How would I know? Jonas is a gentle boy who keeps his head down. You think my story is nothing but mist too, don't you?
It's just that I can't imagine a gang of thugs hoping to get a ransom for a cabin boy. Did anyone else see the kidnapping?
There was still a small crowd in the tavern. But outside, I seem to recall that regular being there. We play cards with him from time to time. Kind of fellow who plays from morning to night time to be that skilled. But now and again he comes out. When nature calls, you know. I kind of remember his face being there.
Okay, so I gotta go ask
Thank
the
you,
guy that
I need to be going.
was
Strange
pissing outside
story
the
this is.
tavern.
Something isn't right here, I can feel it. We need to lift the veil on this.
I like the way they talk. You know,
Very proper.
no, they have like random sayings. The veil. Rio. Random phrases.
Yeah.
Somebody said, the merchant dude said, buy the spear. That's not the type of veil.
Okay.
Tavern keeper.
I see you're back. Can I pour you something this time?
No, I need to ask you about the cabin boy.
I'm looking for a Naut. A young cabin boy who's been missing roll call for 2 days now.
A Naut, you say? That's not a lot to go on. There are quite a few that come to my tavern.
According to one of his fellows, he would have been taken right here.
A kidnapping. In my establishment. You surely jest. Or at least I hope you do. I would have noticed. That doesn't hold water.
Someone told me about one of your faithful clients. A big gambler, it would seem.
I see. An able-bodied man. Passes his time lightening the pouches of sailors coming through.
Where might I find him at this time?
Here? He would never give away his chair at his table. Anything else?
I need to be off. Farewell.
Goodbye.
Boy.
Good boy.
Yes, I told you it was the dude.
Okay.
Who are you? I don't recognize you. Am I in your debt?
No. Have no fear about that. It's for a different reason that I am here. I'm looking for a Naut that disappeared 2 days ago, after visiting this establishment. A young cabin boy. 2 members of his crew accompanied him.
Yes, that does ring a bell. I've played with the 3 of them.
What can you tell me about the boy? How was he that night?
He seemed rather nervous, as if he was worried about something. Didn't feel like playing, that I remember. And he must have been right to be nervous, if he's disappeared.
Okay.
Tell me what happened that evening.
A rich merchant came in, with a band of strong-arms. The kind of men you can round up for a few coins, if you catch my drift. They exchanged words with the cabin boy. The kid was defensive, not sitting pretty. And then they finally left.
And after that?
It just so happens that I did go out for a breather. I needed some fresh air. And I think I might well have seen those same men grab him. But that was none of my business. I wouldn't have thought that they were kidnapping him if that's what it was. They weren't particularly rough with him.
Who was the rich merchant, do you think? A jilted lover? A moneylender?
No, sir. You are in luck. It so happens that I know the man. It was Sir Fontaine, that merchant.
Where can I find him?
He has a house in the wealthy boroughs, just off the canal. A stone's throw from the Thélème embassy.
Thank you. You've been immensely helpful.
This man is completely owned by his love for the game.
Okay.
You think we can trust him?
What would he gain from lying?
I have no idea. But what would any wealthy merchant gain from holding a penniless child?
She said she was drunk that night.
But she also said that she thought she heard his voice in every town. And when, she thought because when she called out, he didn't answer back, she was drunk. But she wasn't drunk. She had told her everybody. What if the... I think he owed the merchant some money. He couldn't pay up, because he was black.
I have no idea. Oh, they're burning dead bodies.
Oh my god, so you're telling me that creepy debris that's been flying around has been them burning bodies?
Probably.
Ugh, that's so creepy. There we go. Hand over the boy.
Might I help you, sir?
I would like to have a word with Sir Fontaine.
He is absent, but the lady of the house could certainly receive you. Enter, please.
That's not a creepy portrait at all, was it?
Yeah, I know, right?
What if his wife was in that little voice?
Oh, I know you. I've seen you at court. You are Lord de Sade. And to what do I owe the honor of your visit, Excellency?
I would like to have a word with your husband.
He is not here, but perhaps I could be of help.
It concerns a delicate matter. We're looking for a missing cabin boy. According to witnesses, he had an argument with your husband before being taken.
I see. I am afraid that you have been misled. You seem to have come to the wrong conclusion. The cabin boy you speak of was not taken. He has simply returned home.
Excuse me, but I'm not sure I understand.
Don't you see, Your Excellency? We got our son back.
I am very
Okay.
surprised. Several witnesses confirmed that your son had a fight with your husband, and that his men escorted him from the tavern using force. If he had joined your husband willingly...
Witnesses? In a tavern? And you choose to believe these drunkards over a respectable family?
These witnesses are all in agreement, and it's their testimonies that have led me to your doorstep.
My son was probably shocked to have found us. My husband and the other men might have simply had to carry him. A gesture that your drunkards must have misunderstood.
Either how they found him or why did the...
What was your son doing on a Naut ship? Why would they have taken him?
It is what they do. Through pacts and contracts, they steal away young children from their mothers.
What are you talking about?
I would have thought that a legate would know these things. But it is true that you are young and inexperienced. It seems that you have been protected from the turpitudes of our own nation and their terrible allies. This horrible, constant ransoming that they put us through. But I will not say another word. You will have no trouble verifying the details now that you know what to look for.
Where might I find your son now?
I cannot say, Excellency. You must understand why. Until the Nauts have set sail, we live in fear they will take him back from us.
This pact? It sounds like some fear-inducing story.
The Nauts wouldn't be the first to recruit through dubious means.
I don't buy it.
I don't either.
But it wouldn't... But it doesn't make any sense about why they would kidnap him. Unless they've had disagreements with the sailor.
Oh, look, I found more loot.
Yeah, well, wait.
Yeah.
Hopefully it kind of pauses between
Yeah. No. I gotta do the. I gotta find my cousin. Then I have to do the that smuggler quest thingy. What's that?
But I still don't see Constantine at your side. I hope he hasn't been the victim of any foul play.
Don't worry. We'll find him in time for departure.
I certainly hope so. Would you be in need of my help in any way?
I need to be leaving. I have quite a few things to do before we raise anchor.
I don't know. Like, I guess waving his hands like, "Hey, I'm over here." Yeah.
So, you still haven't found your cousin? As you well know, we cannot leave without him.
Have no fear. I will bring him back in time to make our scheduled departure. Is everything ready?
I'm still without news of my cabin boy, but we will have to do without.
I spoke with a woman who told me she was the mother of the cabin boy. She claims that her son was taken from her.
Taken? Her son is sea-gifted. His parents were required to give him up to honor the terms of a contract.
A contract? But what kind of contract are we speaking of?
A commercial contract. In exchange for services rendered by the Nords, some families cede more than gold. In some cases, nations even trade some of their subjects before they're born. I wouldn't be able to tell you the condition of Jonas's contract. I didn't even know he was originally from Serene. But what I can tell you is the young man hasn't seen his parents since he was a small child. And ever since, he's been a Nord. Our ships are his home. We are his only family.
Be back soon, Captain.
You see anyone else who might be able to help us? Anyone who's not a Naut?
Sir de Corsillion's a veritable well of scientific knowledge. He could tell us a little more.
Yep.
But I still don't see Constantine at your side. I hope he hasn't been the victim of any foul play.
Don't worry. We'll find him in time for departure.
I certainly hope so.
Yeah.
Would you
Hurry
be
up.
in need of my help in any way?
I've had a word with Lady Fontaine. You must know her. That rich family that lives near the docks. She told me a strange story about her son who was a cabin boy on our ship. She said that he was taken when he was a child due to some contract with the Nords.
Who was a cabin boy? Do you mean he's no longer one?
They took him back to bring him home.
Well, that is very unpleasant news, de Sade. We need to do all we can to bring the boy back to his ship. Since time immemorial, there's always been a certain price to pay for the services of the Nords. Children born on their ships belong to them. It's the rule of the sea. But certain contracts are so important that they also require children to be offered in exchange. From time to time, the congregation has passed such accord, and certain noble families had to give their children up.
Are you telling me that the Fontaines lost their son because of some agreement signed between my uncle and the Nords?
No. That pact ended a long time ago. This cabin boy couldn't have been a part of that contract. But Sir Fontaine has made a fortune trading with the Alliance, via ships.
Do you mean he would have offered up his own son in exchange for wealth?
Well, he probably did it before the birth of the child, and regretted it afterwards. But that is of little importance. What counts most is that you bring the boy back to the Nords as quickly as possible. Breaking a contract with the seafarers has always cost us dearly. Our nation could feel it in its coffers.
I will do my best.
A father selling his own son for a few boat rides. For ugly, that is ugly.
Lady Fontaine didn't seem to have any knowledge of that detail. That could be of use to us.
So I'm guessing we have to go back and talk to Lady Fontaine. Oh me. Been a lot of running back and forth so far.
It's okay, you gotta work out before you're stuck on a ship for however
Yeah. But yeah, but I mean, you know, I don't really mind it. I mean, it's giving me a lot of like backstory, a lot of interesting.
Yeah, your country seems a little screwed up.
Yeah.
Selling babies and ships.
Oh wait.
This document mentions another property. A warehouse.
That would be a great place to hide. Shall we take a peek?
Not that button. I need. No, I have to go to that. Alright. Yeah, gotta go peeky peeky. Alright. Yeah, I saw it.
Here we are. Be careful. Fontaine won't be alone. He'll have his henchmen with him.
Let's just try to remain discreet.
He said to be discreet. I gotta be sneaky, sneaky.
You didn't say it right.
Sneaky like ninja.
Assuming if they're hiding the boy, there's not gonna be in the map. It's gonna be in the basement. Look at that golden fancy mirror. He's sneaky too.
We both sneaky.
What is that, a whole Naruto Sasuke thing going on?
Nah.
Yeah, like they're not gonna hear that clang, 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 right?
Nope. They would be totally oblivious to the clank, clank, clank.
Right? Video game characters don't have ears.
Nope.
Sir Desade, what are you doing here?
I've come looking for your son. The Naughts are worried about his disappearance.
Those Naughts took him from us, but now we've got him back, and he'll be staying with us.
Would you be so kind as to hear what I have to say, Sir Fontaine?
Tell him about what Celion says
I looked into the contract that binds you to the Naughts. It was indeed you who ceded your son to them in exchange for help with your business with the bridge.
It is so. But that sort of contract is ignoble. I never would have signed it if I had known.
You should have thought of that before. Breaking the contract could have regrettable consequences for the congregation.
The prince will know how to negotiate with the Naughts. If they take my son back, my wife will die of sadness.
Her sadness will be all the more terrible if she learned of your role in the story, don't you think?
You wouldn't dare tell her. I beg you.
You're not leaving me with a choice.
Very well. Take the key and take him away. Cursed be the day I delivered my son unto the Naughts.
All children leave the nest one day or another, sir. Farewell.
Well, that's depressing.
What are you hoping to do? Just like break in and like be all like huzzah and like kill everybody and then rescue the boy and pretend like it was like a kidnapped job?
Yes.
It's like congratulations, he was kidnapped.
Is there loot? I know, it's freaking huge.
Terrible waste of space too. Look, it's not even a good stock warehouse. Oh, there it is. Oh, hello. Who are you? You're Jonas?
Who are you?
My name is Desade. I am legate of the congregation. Your captain has sent me to find you.
And were you able to convince my father to allow me to go free?
Yes. Even if I had to bend his arm a little.
That doesn't surprise me. He seemed to have no intention of changing his mind. I feel more sorry for my mother. She seems so sweet and happy to see me.
You don't seem to be all that close to your parents.
I hadn't seen them since I was 5 years old. I barely remember them. They find me, capture me, and lock me up in this warehouse. Hard to grow close after all that. My family is the Naughts. I am sorry for my parents, but that is the way of it now. Can I go home?
Yes. You should still go and say farewell to your mother. Then find your way to the ship. I'll see you there.
Good job.
Yay.
I was still expecting a very small child. I was not expecting a very small man.
Alright, so I gotta go.
Wait, you know, out of the door.
No.
But it could have loot.
No. Don't have a loot. It won't have loot. It's a jail cell.
Really?
I'm gonna give him the shoulder brush. Get out of my way.
You get, man. Silly little son.
Okay, so we're gonna go. Inform the Capitan.
You'll find all you need in our selection.
Yeah. Yeah, I might do that before I head off to the island. I probably just look that way.
So, you still haven't found your cousin? As you well know.
Have no fear. I will bring him back in time.
My cabin boy.
You do. It's a rather sad affair, and though solved, leaves a broken family behind.
All we can do is plot a course. No one tells the wind what to do. I do thank you. I didn't think you'd go to so much trouble for a cabin boy. Your actions bring you honor.
Yay!
Have you seen anyone wandering about? Suspicious looking.
Ooh, at level 3
Maybe
now.
clandestine passengers.
Take a look around. There are far too many comings and goings to spot possible stowaways. As long as they don't try and get on my ship, I pay no attention to them. That said, we did catch ourselves a smuggler just a while ago.
A smuggler? Maybe he could be of some use. Where could I find him?
In the port jails, not far from the warehouses. May I ask you, why the sudden interest in smugglers and the odd stowaway?
A couple of heretics are planning on leaving Serene. The ambassador of Teleme has entrusted me with the job of capturing them.
Happy to see that you trust me enough to seek my counsel in the affair. Just so happens that I heard someone talking about the couple. The Cardinal's men are far from discreet. They're making quite some ruckus, asking to search our warehouses. We of course refused entry. Only the Naughts have access. I'm sorry, Your Excellency, but I'm certain your potential stowaways aren't far. But we won't allow you to make a search to grab them. Not officially, at least.
What do you mean?
That discretion and malice are often more useful than titles and words.
Huh.
Be back soon, Captain.
We need to have a word with that people smuggler the sailor mentioned.
He's a captain, Kurt, like yourself. And in order to interrogate the smuggler, we'll need to find a way into his jail.
Okay, everybody, so I done put about 2 hours almost into this episode, so I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. And I know that we didn't really like do a lot, but we did do a lot, sort of. So make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe button if you want to see more of this content. And we will see you next time. Goodbye.